Okay, so today we're gonna try and figure out how much lighting, angles, and like adjusting a photo can change how you look. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I said, there's gonna be four main things that I'm changing in this photo. One, the lighting. So right now I'm probably not in the best lighting. I'm gonna end up taking this at the gym probably. Angles, I don't really know the angles, so I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Two, I'm going to shave my chest and like stomach area, my front side basically, and we're gonna see how much, because that does change how your muscles like kind of pop. And the last thing is, then I'm going to also adjust the photo, so changing like the brightness, the saturation, and like things like that. And we're just gonna see how massive of a difference it can make from me just standing here right now to what that actually looks like. So I'm gonna pop my shirt off and we will see what I look like right now. Okay, so I will say I did just eat breakfast, so I'm definitely not gonna be looking my best right now, but that's also kind of the point. Okay, so that's pretty much how I'm looking now. And for context, I'm probably gonna record this over a couple days, but obviously, yes, I'm gonna technically look slightly different day to day based on like what I ate, but that's gonna be very minimal compared to everything else that I'm doing in this video. So we will see how I end up looking. So I guess I will catch you after the first change now. Catch you then. Okay, so it is a few hours later and the first change has been made. So first I went and got a haircut, which doesn't really affect this, but after that, I decided to shave my chest. So let me move the mic and let's see what we're looking like now. Okay, so it's only been a couple hours, but this is what we're looking like. So as I said, it's only been a few hours, so I don't really know if I'm looking much different, but I do know that if you are competing in like a bodybuilding show competition, two of the things you do is you shave entirely, which as you can see, I didn't really shave my arms, chose not to do that. Might change my mind by the end of today or the end of this video. I don't know. We'll see. But you do that and you get a tan. So tan, maybe I'll try and spend a little extra time outside over the next 24 to 48 hours to see if I can get a little more color. But honestly, I'm going to do more of that in the post picture being taken by changing the saturation, brightness, shadows, and all that stuff to see how much that changes it. But our first change is down. So our other ones are angles, lighting, and what I just said, like the changing stuff in the post. So with that being said, I will catch you after our next change. Catch you there. Okay, so I just watched a video on some angle stuff, and I did change the exposure on this video. And then what I'm going to do is show you it with just the exposure change, and then I'm also going to show you it with me making some more changes to it. And I'm going to do one more posing session tomorrow at the gym with. I'll probably do one with exposure, one without exposure, and like just to show you like all the different variants, so you can see all the different ways you can look while posing. But quickly, I'm going to show you how big of a difference it is, literally from the start of this video to now, with doing everything with being in a light spot compared to the light, which you're going to watch me line myself up, and just even like literally just the exposure, you can see a massive difference along with like shape. It's like genuinely crazy. So I will say with the light, I'm going to be very close to the camera for a second, but the light in my room is right above me right here. So I'm going to take one kind of big step back, and then from there, that's kind of where you want to be. So right around here is about where I want to be. Now I'll show you my posing real quick. We'll see how I look. And I might do a side-by-side. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about how I want to edit this yet. I think I will probably do a side-by-side after showing you everything, just to get a better overall understanding of the difference. So also, I did forget to mention it. The angle that I'm at right now is my tripod is at about as close as I can get it to my neck height. I am 6'1", or like maybe even slightly taller than that. So it's hard to get a tripod up that tall, but it's also, I got as close as I could, like I said, and the tripod's actually angled slightly down right now. So that is the angles kind of we're working with. So I'll try this tomorrow with the gym and we'll see how it looks.
Okay, so now let's look at me posing in the actual gym. So I will say I edited this as best I could, but I'm not a wizard with editing it. And I tried editing it on my phone and then doing it on my laptop a little bit too. So this was the best I could got. Right here, I do feel like my shoulder, bicep, and chest in general are looking really good for that side chest pose. I did have a slight pump while doing this, but I will just say, like, I feel like turning up the saturation, getting my skin to look a little bit more like tan, and especially my back here. I feel like my back's the easiest one to tell with. I just feel like it looks so much sharper than that first video you see at the beginning. If you don't remember, like, go look back. But now I have some pictures here. So this is a side-by-side of the side chest. And this is actually the exact same photo, literally just me messing around with it on my phone, changing the saturation, the brightness, the shadows, the contrast, the definition. I think that's all I changed. But like even just looking at this, I feel like you can see the definition so much more. Specifically, I feel like if you look at my chest, noticing that little bit of difference between, you can see like I don't want to call them not striations, but the marks on my right pec. Like I feel like those are so much more defined and noticeable from the left picture to the right. My shoulder itself looks way bigger from in the right picture compared to the left. And both of these are with the same pump because in the last thing I recorded, I did have a pump out for the first time, but I just feel like there's a big difference. So then there's also the second picture, which is the picture of my back. And with this one, I just the definition of my back in general looks much better in the picture on the right. In terms of honestly, I noticed that my shoulders look a little bigger in the picture on the right. And due to that, I think it is that my biceps look there's slightly more of like a dip down. You can see from the shoulder into the bicep. In terms of my back in general, like I said, it definitely looks more defined. I I don't know why, but looking from left to right, I almost feel like my waist looks smaller in the picture on the right, which I'm sure has to do with the fact that my back probably looks slightly bigger in the picture on the right. But especially for me, I think just my back is probably my best feature. But it really does make such a massive difference. So with that being said, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can use these tips to make yourself look better. And I'll catch you next Sunday at 5 p.m. Catch you there.